My name is Linda.M2TS. I'm a civil rights and environmental rights activist here in the Yukon. Today we tried to register the Yukon Civil Liberties Association with the Department of Consumer Corporate Affairs, and that request was denied on the basis that we are not allowed to form in the Yukon any groups that lobby against the Yukon territorial government. My concern with this infringement on basic civil rights is that we have a Canadian Constitution that covers the Charter of Rights and Freedoms and a Constitution that is supposed to protect all civilians across Canada despite isolated locations as we have in Whitehorse. We were told to rewrite the mandate, and they will consider whether or not we can actually establish a Yukon Civil Liberties group here in the territory. Because of our association with the BC Civil Liberties, and often they will comment on cases of abuse here in the territory, in December 2011, the BC Civil Liberties put a watchdog alert into the Yukon News in respect to the 56 cases of police brutality that were launched with the police commission here. To my understanding, the 56 cases that went before the police commission, in which the Alberta police are investigating the Yukon police, absolutely not one charge has been laid against the Yukon territorial police force called the Yukon RCMP. I was beaten between two RCMP vehicles last summer. I was picked up for being extremely intoxicated. I was lured off of my property by RCMP to an adjoining city lot, and I was beaten between two cop cars with my hands behind my back. Following that, I was tortured in the Haines Junction RCMP detachment, and then was transferred to Whitehorse. Speaking with the BC Civil Liberties Association, I also heard, besides that my arrest was illegal because I was not granted one telephone call to a lawyer, and I was denied water and denied to have my pants unbuttoned so I could use the washroom. I was also cavity searched. So for anyone who doesn't know what cavity search legislation protection is available, people are only allowed to be in the Yukon or in Canada cavity search if it's a drug-related arrest. So I was violated I was told that if I did not submit to a cavity search at the Whitehorse detachment, that it would be done by force. I'd already been beaten by the RCMP, and I had already been tortured for 5 hours, so I complied to a cavity search. These kind of unlawful procedures have not only happened to me, they've happened to other people in our territory, and we want to bring public awareness to citizens outside of our territory the kind of civic abuses that are occurring. I'm prepared to stream online cases here in the territory in which the RCMP violated their duty to protect the citizenry by beating people up, and in some cases the neglect has resulted in death in the cells here in the territory. Today, we were denied the ability to organize as a society because we took the wording off of the BC Civil Liberties and their mandate and applied it to our society here. We are not permitted, according to the Yukon territorial government, to organize and lobby against the civil liberty and the environmental infringements that are going on in our territory. So thank you, and stay tuned. We're going to bring weekly stories to Southern people and ask for your support.